I had a very contentious relationship with my mother when I was growing up. She was always very negative towards me, very critical. I can't tell you the number of times that she called me stupid or an idiot. Well, we ended up getting into a lot of fights. I was indignant. We would just go at it all the time. And what I couldn't understand was how somebody who supposedly loved me would say such hurtful things to me. The sad thing is that I actually believed my mom. I believed that I was stupid. I believed that I was going to fail. And you know, this is actually where I think a lot of our doubts start. It starts with people in our lives who tell us something about ourselves and we believe them. But even if I didn't believe that I was a very smart person, I knew I had a really good work ethic. I knew I could work really hard. And so as I was entering into high school, I made the goal of my life to work really hard to prove my mother wrong. Now, I didn't have the grades to get into a top-ranked school. I couldn't do that. But I was a year-round swimmer, and I had been relatively successful. And so I hoped that whatever talent that I had in the pool could make up for what I lacked in terms of my GPA. Thanks to a lot of luck and being in the right place at the right time, I ended up getting a swimming scholarship to Rice University. And I was kind of blown away by this because Rice is a place where they accept mostly valedictorians and salutatorians. And so the fact that my coaches thought that I could be successful at Rice said that they saw some potential in me that other people had overlooked. Well, now my mother is going to have to accept that I actually am somebody who can do something. Like she must see how she is wrong about me. So the day comes where it's time for us to take a flight from Virginia down to Houston. And we get on the plane and I'm sitting next to my mom on this flight. And at one point she looks over at me and she says, "You know you're not going to do well there. Unlike you, these people are really smart. You're not going to have anything in common with them. Nobody's going to like you." And I remember looking over at her and looking her straight in the eye and saying, "Well, I disagree. I think I'm going to do really well and I'll find my people." So my parents leave me, and I wish I could tell you that conversation, I never thought about it again, but I did. My mom's voice was always whispering to me, and I was hearing her say, "You're not smart enough to be here. Eventually they're going to figure out you're a fraud and you'll fail." Well, as I got to know people, what I came to realize was I was in good company. Even among these students who were super intelligent at the top of their class, even they had doubts about whether or not they belonged there. And this is when I realized that if these people on the outside who seem so intelligent, so put together, so successful, that if they are harboring doubts about their abilities, then everyone does. The difference between them and everybody else is they have the ability to cast those doubts aside. So what I want to talk about next is how we can overcome those doubts. I want to talk about how we can silence or at least turn down the volume on those doubts that are whispering to us in the back of our mind. Will you join me upstairs?